In this week's Business Spotlight, we're talking to truly one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. He's dedicated his life to helping others through physical therapy. His name is Lloyd Cotton with Orange County Rehab. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Business Spotlight. I'm your host, Jason Zwolak of the Zwolak Group with First Team and Christie's International Real Estate. I hope you're all having a fantastic week. For those of you tuning in for the first time, each week I spotlight a local business here in Orange County just to let you know what they're all about, where they're located, and really just to give you a better idea of some of these small businesses in and around our great area. If you do like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so you're notified every time I do post. Each week, I post several videos about what it's like to live here in Orange County. We talk about restaurants, businesses, parks, neighborhoods, cities, everything that you need to know if you're moving here or if you already live here and you just want to know more about the area. This week, I had the pleasure of sitting down with Lloyd Cotton, the owner of Orange County Rehab. He is an amazing person. He's located in Anaheim. He is a miracle worker. He's worked on my wife. He's worked on me. He's worked on friends. You will truly not be disappointed in this interview when you learn more about what Lloyd has to say. So let's check it out. What's up, Lloyd? How's it going?
Hey, Jason. How you doing, buddy?
Not bad, not bad. Thanks for so much for jumping on here with me and letting us know a little bit about what you do. And again, like we've been coming to you, well, my wife Susan's been coming to you for a while, and
Right.
I just hit you up this week with my elbow, and I gotta tell you, it's all good. It's all good. It's feeling great.
Looking better. Very good.
But yeah, I really wanted to get you on here because I think it's a good thing right now. What you're doing, you do some great work, and what you've done with Suze is just amazing. And I know you really truly want to give back and help your clients out, and it comes across when anybody meets you, you instantly get a smile on your face, and I love it. But I thought I just wanted to give you a chance to kind of just tell us a little bit about yourself, like how you got into the business. How long you've been in the business, and then also what you're doing right now because of the COVID-19. Obviously, we've got a lot of stuff going on, but how you're being able to still help your clients out. So I thought, basically, yeah, just let everybody know how did you get into the business and how long you've been in it.
Well, let's start with the COVID-19 things.
Perfect.
As far as essential businesses, we are considered essential because we keep people going. Right. You know, if your knee is given out and you fall and you break your hip, you're out of the game. So we try and keep people going so they can do what they do.
That's awesome.
We have what's called a sanitation station here, which you've been doing for over 2 years. It's just a cleanliness thing. I'm kind of a germaphobe, so my patients get a chance to benefit from that. So we have a Purell station. When you first come in, you clean up. During the COVID-19 stuff, what we do is we start with checking people's temperature at the door. Now, we're aware that you can be carrying the virus without showing any symptoms. But that's one more thing that we can do to keep our place cleaner. We have patients that are seamstress, so we have multiple types of masks. This is the Batman mask. My most popular one is my butterfly mask that I wear. We mask up, we clean up, we glove up if we need to. The patients mask up. We keep the patients at least 6 feet apart. As you know, we triangulate when you come in the door. We only see 3 at a time. So one has to leave before another one can come in. And we station you over 10 feet apart. The center of our tables are 6 feet apart. And so it's just a thing that we've done anyway. It's gotten better. It's gotten more light since the COVID-19 type thing.
Right.
And that's pretty much it. We also do telehealth, they call it, where we do Zoom conferences with patients if they don't need to come in for the modalities, the ultrasound and things like that, where we can go through and teach them stretching exercises and things they can do to at least carry on in the interim. I have a joke series of things that I do. I call the COVID-19 stretching routine, so that we don't all end up looking like a chair when this thing is all over because we've been sitting so much.
Exactly, right? Yeah. So
we get up and we pantomime and we dance and do things for them. But
I love it.
We got to keep the humor going.
Exactly.
So that's the recent stuff. Initially, I had a grandmother who was diabetic. I was raised by a single mom, so I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. I was always concerned my grandmother was going to die on me, and I wouldn't know what to do to help her. So I learned CPR at a very, very early age. In fact, I used to be an instructor for the Red Cross for CPR and first aid.
Okay.
Primarily because I wanted to be able to help my grandmother, and I realized other people want to help their grandmother, so why wouldn't I help them learn stuff to do the same thing? Along that line, I was playing football in junior college at age 19. I got a knee injury. Knew a little bit about medicine so I could help myself and help other people. But in coming back from my knee injury, I wanted to learn more to help me. And the more I wanted to learn to help me, I found other people would benefit from it. Ergo, I developed a program called Legs a la Lloyd, which is a leg strengthening program, which has a lot of Jack LaLanne type stuff in it. This old school stuff where you don't need to join the gym to get your knee in better shape.
Right.
One of the interesting things, the number one exercise for the knee in the world today is one of our exercises called the walk stance, which I will demonstrate for your people right now for free.
I love it.
It's like a stationary lunge. You're lining your kneecap up with your second toe. You go forward till you can no longer see your foot, and then you come back without getting your leg completely straight, and then you go forward again. You can do that standing in line at the grocery store with your mask on, of course, and 6 feet away.
Right.
You can do 3 to 5 of those all day long, and that will help strengthen your knee. That's just one quick one.
Oh, wow.
That's part of the Legs a la Lloyd program. But the program developed to the point to where people thought I knew what I was talking about, which I say as a joke. But it got me a chance to travel with the U.S. diving team to Russia in 1986 because I was working with the U.S. divers working on explosion, and this was something that just came out of it. It was beautiful.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So we in developing Legs a la Lloyd, it had levels. When my 19-year-old level, my 25-year-old level when I was a physical therapist, and my 30-something-year-old level when I had been a therapist for a while. And now it's been around at my 64-year-old level.
Nice.
It's got a lot of seasoning in it now. But in the process of developing that program, while I was in college, I just happened to be going to school in Seattle. I was training one of the Seattle Seahawks football players. He thought I knew a little something, so he introduced me to the trainers. The trainers were working on something with one of their athletes that was causing him a lot of pain, and I showed them some things I learned in PT school, like fresh off the presses. I was in school then, and I learned it like that week.
Right.
As a result of the player benefiting so much from it, the team wanted to hire me. So they hired me as a researcher for some research they were doing in 1990. What year was that? Oh, I'm drawing a blank right now. Seattle. So it would have been 1980, 1981. There.
Okay.
Okay. So I actually was on their payroll for a short time doing research. That was more of a thank you for just showing the trainers some of the new techniques that I was learning right in school, which was kind of fun because the Seahawks are a big name now.
Yeah,
but back
exactly.
then, we used to call them the He-Hawks because nobody wanted to be a part of them.
You know, it's funny. I didn't watch a ton of football back then, but I do remember those bad days. So
I was part of the bad days, unfortunately. But one of the guys that I worked on was part of the good days. He was actually a coach. He played for the team back then. I won't say his name because I don't know if we have permission to do that.
Right.
But he was a coach during the heyday, so you can look him up.
Nice.
And what else? What else happened? I was talking about my grandmother. So that was my impetus for getting into medicine, and so that's what you feel when you come in the clinic.
Nice.
Everybody is somebody's mother, father, brother, sister, son, grandparent, and you want the best for your family. So why shouldn't I give you my best? And that's what you feel when you come in the door, and that's what people tell us, and that's what we're all about.
I can definitely attest to that. Like it's that instant. It's like an instant connection. You feel like a friend.
Yeah.
If you feel like a friend immediately, right? So, and that.
Well, you and I have jugheads, so we would join together anyway.
Exactly, right. And now, how long have you been at your current location?
Well, it's interesting. In this shopping center, we've been in the shopping center almost 30 years, but we changed locations within the center.
Oh, okay.
It's why would you move? Well, what happened was during the market crash, the real estate market crash, as everybody remembers, AIG was the big name in the middle of this. Well, AIG didn't have any money to pay people. Well, I got paid by people who got paid by AIG.
Okay.
We got no money. We were working. So what basically happened, we kept falling behind on our lease. our landlord asked us if we would change locations to a place that didn't have street signage. We're back in the corner now, and he would forgive a lot of our lease. So he was a great man, and we were more than happy to help him out, which helped us out.
That's awesome.
So currently where I am right now, I've been here for 12 years, but I've been in the center for over 20 years.
Right. That's amazing. That's so cool. And if anybody wants to come see you, do they just call, email? What's the best way for them to get in touch?
Yes. Well, physical therapists have direct access. So literally, if you want to pay out of your pocket, you can come see me anytime. You can call our phone number, 714-998-8945, or email us at lloyd@ocrpt.com.
Perfect.
And we can set up an appointment, and you can get in here. If your insurance company is going to pay for it, we have to go by their guidelines.
Okay.
Certain insurance companies will let you come directly to us. United Healthcare, Blue Shield are two of them that do. I can think of off the top of my head. If you have Medicare, they do require a physician's referral.
Okay.
So that has nothing to do with our direct access. That we haven't gotten that yet. Medicare just wants to know that a doctor's on top of it and running the whole team, which I have no problem with.
Right. Okay.
So you can go to your doctor, any MD can refer you to physical therapy. And then you can call our phone number. Which, am I going to say the phone number?
You say it again. Yeah.
I said already, didn't I?
You said it already. Say it again.
998-8945. Okay.
I'm gonna actually. It's gonna be on. It's on the screen right now. It'll be on the screen right now. So, and it'll also be in the description of this video. So anybody that needs it will be able to get that information. They'll have the location, the email, the phone number. They're gonna have it all. If they need to get in touch with you, they will be able to get in touch with you. But I think it's great, Lloyd. Honestly, what you're doing is awesome. Like I said, what you did for Susan was just it was changing and it really did. I don't want to be too dramatic and say it's life changing, but it is, like, you know what I mean? Like, she was in a lot of pain and you were able to diagnose why and basically fix that. And it's great. And like, now I know from that personal side, but even just with me, with my elbow, being able to come in within 2 days, have a range of motion that I didn't have at all has been amazing. And I just want to thank you. And I think you're doing great work. And like you said, like, you're infectious with your smile, with the way you are as a person. And that really does come across. And you feel it when you do come in there, talk with everybody else that's in there. And you know what I mean? It's just awesome. It's just a great experience.
Well, our evaluation is a very important part of our practice. And I always say, I don't have a problem pulling a trigger as long as I have a target. Right. And our evaluation gives us a target. It helps us figure out what we're aiming at.
Right.
And as you realize, or as you know from coming in here, at the end of our evaluation, if I know what we're going after, I usually ask patients to give me 3 to 5 treatments. Because sometimes we stir things up in the beginning and make them a little bit worse.
Right.
At the end of 5 treatments, we should both know if I'm on the right track. So I'm not one of those kind of therapists where you kind of see me 3 times a week for the next 40 years before we figure out what's wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
After treatment number 5, which in your case, in the middle of treatment number 1, you said, "Oh, it feels better already."
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And that makes us feel good because we're having to figure out what's going on in there. And if we're on the right track, you should know it. We should all know it early in the game.
Right. And I think that was the big thing. Like, and it's one of those things where I didn't have to go to a doctor and get like an ultrasound done or an MRI done or something like that, which some people automatically kind of panic and do that. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, you know what? If I wouldn't have known you, that's something that I may have done. You know what I mean? But because I knew you, it's like, hey, you know what? Let's go check it out. It could be something simple. And the one thing I do like is that you're not afraid to say, listen, I've taken you as far as I can go. There's other stuff here that you got to get to a doctor. You got to get there. You're not going to sit there and treat something. And that, I think, is so important. That's what people need to know about you.
Well, my wife calls that staying in your lane.
Right.
Everybody knowing what you're and I'm not bragging, but I know my lane real well.
Yep.
But that helps me to know when I'm outside of my lane. And outside of my lane, I'm going to refer you to somebody else. I have no problem with that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Lloyd, thanks so much for jumping on here, letting us know a little bit about you and your business there. And like I said, if anybody needs to get in touch with you, they will have the means, and I will make sure of that. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. Actually, we'll see you tomorrow because we're coming in for some more treatment. So, but all right, Lloyd. Well, we'll talk to you soon. And again, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you, Jason, and for all of us people. Thank you, guys. Look forward to seeing you.
Awesome. Take care, Lloyd.
All right, bye now.
It was so great sitting down with Lloyd. He is such a great person. He has a passion about what he does and truly loves helping people. From the moment you step foot in Orange County Rehab, you feel like family, and you gotta love that, right? So if you do want to get in touch with Lloyd, here's all the information right here. Don't hesitate, reach out. You will not be disappointed. If you did like this video, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell so you're notified every time I post. Again, we post every week about what it's like to live here in Orange County. If there is a business that you'd like me to spotlight on a future episode, please let us know. And if you're thinking of moving into the area, into Orange County, or moving within Orange County, make sure you let us know. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Just get in touch with us. We're here to help you in any way that we can. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And until next week, take care, everybody.